social media does not forget. The internet never forget. 12 years ago tweet being evaluated in 2026. The real question here isn't the public outrage. It is, how do we assess past public statements that has been made today? Here's what we know. These were tweets made by Simi in 2012 when she assisted at her mom's daycare. Well, this tweet contains some information or statements that some users has described to be problematic and offensive, and they believe that for someone who has come out to speak publicly about sexual violence against women should not be found making tweets like this. Now, let's talk about what social media space was like in 2012, especially the Nigerian Twitter space. The Nigerian Twitter space, as at 2012, had minimal corporate oversight. It also had minimal career risks awareness, the culture of dark humor, and impulsive posting. This does not excuse the tweets or statements that were being made by Simi, but it established the context for us to ask the question, when? When did this happen? It happened in 2012. When is it being evaluated? 2026. You might want to say the timing does not matter, but looking at what social media space was at as at the time, it gives us a room to ask when. So is it right for us to judge a tweet from 2012 under today's standard? But also, we need to give room for growth. It is 12 years ago, as at the time, the artist was 23 years old. Today, she's a mother, a wife, a public activist, and a singer that has done well for herself. But it also gives room for us to say that public figures and celebrities need to learn to take accountability for their attitude, whether it's in the past or it's currently. This debate isn't about Simi. It is a conflict between digital permanence and personal evolution. Imagine a tweet made 12 years ago coming to be a yardstick of which we judge our personality in 2026. Accountability. Accountability can come in different forms. It could be acknowledgement, it could be explanation, it could be apologies, and as well, it could be demonstrated change in attitude and behavior. Now, the question is, what level of accountability is proportionate to a tweet made 12 years ago? It depends on so many things, which includes 1. The severity of the tweet, pattern of behavior of the person in question, and pattern of growth in this person. Is this person remained who they were 12 years ago, or have there been a significant change and contribution to the good of the society at large? Precedents and pattern. This is not the first time a celebrity or public figure is facing backlash due to a statement or post they've made on social media years ago. Globally and locally, we've seen celebrities lose endorsement, profile apology, public apology, old content being weaponized, audience division, some people supporting them, some people going against them. It seemed like a pattern. And this pattern, it is predictable. Archive, exposure, outrage, polarization, fatigue, and moving on. Of course, we know that the reason people can talk about this tweet in 2026 is because social media does not forget. The internet never forget. And when we talk about exposure, today it is out. What you do 20 years ago online can trend 20 years after. So exposure can come at any time. Outrage, it is normal. What we're seeing currently is normal in any society, because these tweets are actually questionable, and looking at who she is today and how she has always lent her voice for, against one social vices or the other whenever it comes up online. This is going to get tired, right? People are going to talk about it. It's going to spend its time, and it might just fizzle off, right? But the question is, whether context should shape response. So the context of this tweet, should it shape how we react to it? Should we consider things like it was 12 years ago, but should we also look at this tweet is actually talking about children and she is sexualizing them? Should we also talk about she's 23, legally a full-grown adult, but can we also excuse that she's 23, but she's of course not as mature as she is today? There's so many things to consider when we look at the ongoing issue and the backlash Simi Kosoko is experiencing currently. But most importantly, this teaches us a lesson that social media never forgets. So while you think I'm not popular yet, I don't know anybody, nobody knows me, I have just 5 or 4 followers, I rarely get engagement on my posts. You might be a celebrity tomorrow. You might build your brand, your career, your personality to be one that people look out to. And someday, somehow, something you've said that you do not even remember, that you do not even understand at the time you are, what you were feeling at the time, can be used in measuring your personality or the type of person you are. And in more serious situation, that person might find themselves facing one legal persecution or the other. We're still going to see another celebrity someday, somehow, face backlash because of what they've posted in the past. It is not a matter of will it happen. It is a question of when. So, while you type, while you post, remember, the internet never forgets. And you might grow, but Twitter will never outgrow every face you've represented on the platform.